guys, welcome to Voidcast, where usually we sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons, but this Monday we have a show called Parallel Projections where me and Jasper play through Planescape Torment, which is Jasper's favorite game and I have never played it before, so that makes an interesting combination. Jasper isn't here yet, but he will arrive shortly. We will probably start the game before he arrives, but we'll just take it slow until he's there. So thank you all for joining us this evening. I don't actually remember where we left off last time. We escaped the Mortuary, went to Sigil, walked around a bit and got some quests in. I remember. We went into a morgue. No, not a morgue. A tomb of some sort to fight a necromancer that was raising corpses, and we helped out a spirit that lived there. Interesting stuff. So, and after that, before that, we spoke to a lot of people in the Gathering Dust Bar, which is the main hangout of what they call the Dusties, the Dustmen. We sold our body there a couple of times, as in we sold our death a couple of times. We sold our body, that sounds... Well, we sold our death. So when we die, we signed a contract that when we die, the Dustmen could have our corpse. And we sold our corpse 3 or 4 times, I think. Good stuff. So, yeah. Hope you're all doing well in chat. See some familiar names. So, without further ado, I'll just throw it to the intro of Parallel Projections. I like looking at you, so...
Yeah, you do?
Yeah, of course. Although I will be looking at the game, otherwise I can't play it. Speaking of the game...
Which game are we going to play today?
Let's see, we got Planescape Torment. Because we've been playing
let's do GTA.
I really rather play Planescape Torment.
Yes, you do? Okay. Oh, it's boring. Okay.
So much text.
Still have my books at the ready.
Today we switch over to game screen. Kadoosh. Resume live. So I already told the audience a bit what we did last time. Do you still remember, Jasper?
Yeah, but I didn't remember that we went back to... Oh, yes, we went back here.
Yes. Here we are, back in the Gathering Dust Bar.
Yeah, we did the Mortuary thing with the necromancer.
Yes.
That died pretty easily because all the skeletons were following...
Yeah, we were kiting around the skeletons, which was a totally planned... totally planned strategy.
Oh yeah, totally planned strategy. Yeah. And I don't know if we already spoke with this guy. The stream is stopping now, hanging.
We're back in the stream. Hi guys, can you see us? I hope it's working again. Yes,
yeah,
we're on screen.
Working now.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
There we go.
Well,
so there are 2 very important persons in chat. Say hello.
Hi.
Commander Root and Works and Vicar are here. Oh, yeah. Okay, now let's play.
Yes.
So did we go to this guy called, what was his name?
All right.
Yeah, Norochi. Let's go to
Emmerich?
Norochi, right?
Niraj. You see Niraj, he's pulling at one of his spikes of hair and using it to scratch a spot on his face. You cannot help but think he'd look better with dreadlocks.
I found out what was going on in the mausoleum. Hey,
Sorry.
the dead sleep again.
I thought I already pressed it. I don't know why I already pressed it. I will wait. Niraj's lines of worry smooth out as you speak. Thanks, give I. He reaches into his robes and draws forth a large bag, which he hands to you. Copper coin, thrice 100. And he reaches into his robe again, then throws a roll of bandages at you. Need these bandages more than I, you seem.
Thanks, that I could help. Farewell.
You do good nameless one. Alright, shall we check our journal because we picked up quite a few quests last time. So
I think we can now go to Emoric because of...
find the source of Farad's bodies for Emmerich. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, but we have to do this for Emoric, so we could join the Dustman. Remember?
Ah, was that it?
It.
You see Emmerich, he's reading you with a stony gaze.
I had some questions for you.
Emmerich waits.
Oh. Why isn't there an option?
Was it he?
Oh, can you tell me about the Dustman faction?
Dustman seeks the true death. Some call it oblivion, but this is incorrect. To Dustman, the true death is freedom from the chains of this false life.
Should we go into this one? Why can't we just...
We already talked to this guy, right?
False drive. Well, press the false drive option again. False drive.
False life. This life that many cling to with their emotions is a false existence. As long as one clings to it, they will continually be reborn into it. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle.
I see. Can you tell me about how your faction is organized?
Dustmen are organized into 5 circles. The 5th circle is made of the lowest rank of Dustmen, initiates. The first circle is comprised of the highest ranking Dustmen, the ruling body of our faction.
That's hit my mind. Farewell. Okay, this is
I
a bit
think-
strange because
I don't think
what
it was
does our
him.
journal say?
Let's check the journal.
Yeah.
Find your missing journal.
Go to Norochi for
Find
Emmerich and do what Norochi asks you. That's what we did, right?
As part of my quest to join the Dustman faction, Emmerich has asked me to speak to Niraj, also in the Gathering Dust Bar, and do what he asks of me. I think we're not done doing quests for the Dustman, so let's talk to Niraj
Okay.
again. Maybe he has another quest
that
for
might
us.
be it.
You see Niraj, he's pulling at one of his spikes of hair. Leave him alone. So,
Oh,
that's a dead end at this point. I think maybe at one point he will have another quest for us.
oh, maybe it's a mistake. Seems a bit strange.
So, what else can we do? Find Farad. Find the missing journal. That seem like the main quests. Find the source of Farad's bodies for Emmerich. I offered to look into the matter and Emmerich promised to reward me for finding out. Okay. Help Sev Tai get a revenge. I ran into a strange woman. Oh yeah, so this is the Kale's man. Yeah, the thugs, right? She asked me to kill 3 of their number to avenge the death of her sister.
Yeah, I think we have to go south out of the screen for that one because it's a few blocks away. So.
Yeah, south of the mortuary. Yeah, The
Yeah.
starved dogs. Okay. Find a way to help Ingress. Met a mad woman named Ingress running around in the hive. Oh yeah, she was the one that was constantly traveling to other planes.
Yeah,
She
she
was
did that until she was 10, and then she had trauma, and now she doesn't go under any kind of.
no, she doesn't dare walk through anything that might resemble or be a portal.
Yeah.
So she lives outside because she never goes through a door.
Yeah.
If I can find an experienced planewalker, yeah. Not to be confused with a planeswalker. Same company, different game. Sort of. Well, actually, let's talk a bit about D&D news, because apparently, so there have been crossovers between Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons, but Magic, which was mostly campaign books of Magic worlds for D&D. Have you heard this?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
they announced for next year an actual Magic the Gathering card set, like a complete card block, that will take place in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this
Wow.
this means that we can get a Drizzt Planeswalker card, perhaps, or a although Drizzt is obviously not a Planeswalker, but it could be a legendary creature. But it does mean that Jace, the Mind Sculptor, could walk into Drizzt or whatever. I don't know what they're planning, but could be fun.
Oh, how strange. Yeah. I don't know what I think about these mixing up these kind of realms. Putting them in the same multiverse, so to say.
I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, it's D&D. There's like, if everyone's home campaign is a sort of plane or universe in this whole thing, then it doesn't really matter, right?
Well, yeah, maybe not, but there's a difference because you see all these strange things for what was it called? Come up with the name of the game. You know, the very popular one where you shoot and build at the same time. Fortnite.
And
they have these things with the Avengers and everything. These events.
Oh yeah. I don't like it.
It's a strange.
Yeah,
you don't like that one. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But
that's just a skin, right? That's the same old characters that they pasted a Avengers
I
skin.
think there are some kind of events as well
Okay.
where you
Well,
battle
that could be
Galactus
cool.
and everything.
Well, that could be cool. I don't know.
I don't know. No.
I don't know enough about it. But in case of, I mean, Magic and Dungeons and Dragons have crossed over before many times, actually. But it was always the other way. So it was always Magic, the Gathering universe bleeding into.
What was a prior time then? I can't remember a prior time when Magic the Gathering was implemented in.
They just released the Theros book.
Yeah, okay.
Before that, they had the Ravnica book.
Yeah, but that's all 5th edition, so that's pretty recent.
True. That is true. I don't know if they ever did it prior to that.
Well, anyhow, we're playing Planescape now.
Yes, let's get back to Planescape.
I think most of these things we will encounter. The only strange one is talk to Norochi for Morik and do what Norochi asks of you, and we did that. But
yeah, maybe we just And what is credit for being the sender again? Said to be an OC in the marketplace somewhere in the hive. Okay, so we have some places to go.
Yeah. So how should we approach this? Shall we do all these screens first before we go to Ragpicker Square, or shall we go to Ragpicker Square and then do all the other screens? Are you trying to talk to him again?
Yes, that was the idea.
Good idea. Yeah, good idea.
Done. No.
Well, maybe in Morik. No. right?
Yes, yes.
All right.
I'm going back. Emmerich, where are you? Here you are.
We did his task.
Nah, I don't think it will. We can do this in at a later up. We also still have a quest for Emmerich, so maybe if we do that one, we unlock more options.
Oh.
So, where are we going?
Well, maybe put up the map on screen.
Prepare. To the alley of dangerous angles. To the northwestern portion of the hive. To the southeastern portion of the hive. Enjar's house. Open tomb. Mortuary entrance. Shilandra's kip. The
Well, can we buy and sell things at Shilandra's Kip? I don't know what it is, but
I don't know.
or should we just get there when we have some mission to go there? Or
Let's go there, man.
if the door is open, I wouldn't mind. We have lots of things to sell, right? Yeah. Oh, will you follow us in?
Dwelling. I think this spell goes something like this. Okay. You do Shilandra.
Last, I almost had it that time. Don't you know it's dangerous to interrupt spellcasters while they are evoking a spell? Luckily for you, I was only practicing. Well, what is it you want?
My apologies for disturbing you. Farewell.
Well, that was a very short conversation. How rude of you, but in the end, I had no other options for you.
We could loot the place. No, we're
I
not.
think we'll get to meet her soon enough.
Yeah.
Right? Oh.
What?
Just look natural.
Just look natural. I like that comment. Just look
You
natural,
guys
casual.
on the internet saw it. He attacked us first, right?
True.
Yeah. We got witnesses, buddy. Oh my god, he's moving so fast.
Don't.
Hi.
What's up? Okay. Yeah, sure, why not?
What's going on? Oh, Morty, come.
Can you select them again? Because that option was broken last time, right?
Yeah.
All right.
At least we are healing while missing him.
We got him in the corner now. Yes. Was this worth the 65 experience points? I say it was.
Well, we got to the southeast corner, so we can exit there right now.
Oh, we can. You wanted to check this out as well, right? Enjar's house. We also didn't check yet. Enjar, wife of Enjar. Let's just talk. You can do this one as well.
This man looks haunted. His eyes are half lidded, as if he has trouble sleeping, and his hair is long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach.
Greetings.
The man glances up at the sound of your voice, and his slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit 2 fires in his eyes. What be your business bargaining into my house? His eyes narrow and his teeth clench. Get, or I'll send you back to whatever grave you crawled from. See a different voice for every character.
Yeah, keep this one.
I just have to remember them.
Yeah, keep this one. Note it down. No one speaks to me that way. Take back your words. Calm yourself. I had some questions. Is the one that I would go for.
Yeah, in this case, yes.
Calm yourself. I had some questions.
The man's face turns blood red and he begins shouting, "Are you daft?" With a snarl, he spits at your feet. "You filthy, scar-ridden dog! Off with you, or even the powers won't be able to save your hide."
What powers? The powers. The powers.
Those are the gods.
Yeah, I know.
Powers are gods.
Go ahead and try if you think you have
No.
No?
Or should we?
And we know we end up in a mortuary anyway.
Maybe talk to his wife. Maybe there's something wrong, right?
Farewell then. The man throws a oh, sorry, you were doing.
The man throws a parting shot at your back. You'd best never cross me door again, you rat stinking bastard!
Leave it at another.
Done.
Oh.
This woman
looks to
wait,
be
I'll take this one. This woman looks to be
Okay.
in her middle years, and her hair has streaks of grey running through it. Lines of worry crisscross her face. As she sees you, she seems torn between asking you to leave and calling for the man at the table. Greetings.
Greetings.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're
No,
doing
I
that
do
one.
that one.
Yeah. You'd best leave, for I call my husband. He won't take kindly to you having barred your way into our home. I don't know what that was.
Call your husband. Calm down. Shall I do option 1?
Yeah.
If you were going to call him, you would have done so already. I have some questions for you.
She glances towards her husband, worry in her eyes. I have not the time, stranger. Do not be troubling me with such things.
Excuse me, are you all right?
Me? She seems surprised. Oh, I. She lowers her voice. You'd best leave. My husband has not been himself of late. You'd best not provoke him with your presence.
I spoke with him. He seemed troubled. What's wrong with him?
He's been out of sorts of late. A touch of the cough, maybe. She gives an unconvincing half shrug.
What's really wrong with him?
Or if you tell me what's wrong, I might be able to help.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you tell me what's wrong, I might be able to help.
I think he's done something he regrets. Her worried expression melts into despair. I think he signed one of the debt contracts. I cannot imagine what possessed him to do such a foolish thing.
Well, I know what this is. Dead contracts, but anyway.
Oh, we already know, right? Oh yeah, just so.
Yeah.
The dead, the dustmen, have contracts that give them the right to somebody's body after they die. I mean, we signed like 4 of them last episode, so we know.
This is where they can improve, you know.
we know about these contracts.
What do the dustmen do with the body of after death?
Animate it with their black magics, turn it into one of the Walking Dead, make it work till. She looks at. Make it a worker till. She looks at her husband helplessly. Till it rots away? Ah, that's why, yeah.
I do number 2? Your husband won't need his body after death. What's the problem?
The foolishness of the contract aside, it's his nature that's been changed. He's become sullen and dark since doing the signing, and he can't seem to rouse himself to look for honest work. It's like the lady's shadow hangs on him. She sighs.
Can the contract be undone? Right?
Yeah. She looks at you surprised and sighs. I've tried. I've spoken to the dustman he did the signing with, but he's cold and chill, like all the Dusties. He even lectured me on my husband, as if I had no right to try and help him. Her lips become tight, thin line, as if picturing the dustman's face. He was cold, cruel, he was.
Let me see what I can do. Who was this dustman your husband signed the contract with?
The Dusty calls himself Gravesend. I know not his first name. He is a table at the dustman bar in the Hive, gathering dust. I believe the place is named. You can most likely find him there, trying to get more people to sign his contracts.
I'll seek him out then. Where's this gathering dust bar, where we have been for many times?
Head out to the street outside, go to the memorial stone, then head south and west from there. She taps her finger against her chin. You should run right into it. There's one of them. Your face wrinkles in disgust. Walking corpses out front.
Very well, I'll go see what I can do.
I won't turn away such a friendly gesture. She seems grateful, then her worried expression returns. But I must ask you not to let on I asked you to do such a thing. My husband has a terrible temper, and if he were to find out, she shudders.
Oh, I promise that your husband will not find out.
Lie! I promise. No, I think so. Thank you, stranger. I appreciate your help.
It's no trouble. I'll go see about undoing your husband's contract now.
It's difficult keeping these voices up, man. We're voice reading the hell out of this game, though.
Yeah.
Maybe once we finish the game in 100 years, because that's how fast we're playing this game, then maybe we've actually became half decent voice actors after that.
What do you mean half decent? I was just listening to a podcast of Critical Role. I have to say, when you don't think about Matthew Mercer being the dungeon master, you really feel that they're talking to all these kinds of different people.
Wait, your word. The internet is breaking up. Wait, something is happening.
What?
You're breaking up, or I am breaking up. The internet is breaking up. Are you? Hello, Jasper?
Yes, there's something cool in nature.
Yeah,
Streams are going on.
Discord.
Yeah.
Discord froze for you.
Can you hear me again?
Yeah, I can hear you better, but you're also very pixelated. I think internet's a bit wonky. I'm going to call the cable company, ask them to fix it.
I'm back.
Mortuary Gravesend. Ah, yes, we know him. We signed a contract with him as well. You go.
Okay, I have to rearrange some of my screens because I left. Trevor. Mortai smiles as he sees you. We meet again. And how may I help you on this fine Sigilian day?
I have some questions for you.
Why are you still seeing my red planet thingy? I'm back.
Yeah, I know, but they can still hear you, but the video is not back yet. There you are,
It's
I think.
running now. Okay.
But you're still very pixelated. Let's get back into the game. Are you there?
Or not. To be a pleasure to answer your questions. Any questions you may have.
Wow, yeah, you're really breaking up a lot. Again.
Well, is it me or is it you? Because I can reconnect.
Well, the stream is still going strong, so it doesn't seem to be me, I think, but I have no idea. Let's just continue and see what happens. So we are, yeah. Are you the one who signed the death contract with Angyar?
Mortai frowns. He looks puzzled. Mayhap. He thinks for a moment. I do not recall the name, however.
I would like to settle that contract.
Mortai looks wary. I'm afraid that's impossible. The contract is signed, settled, and binding.
Oh, I like that one.
Yes,
But,
I do too.
Yeah, we do this one. We use our thinking machines for that one. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. It's causing him distress. It's possible
How
that
does
he
Eric put it?
Sorry?
I used my thing. Or that's how Eric says it, right?
Oh, yes, I used my think. That was that was the reference. You interrupted my voice acting though.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
we have show more. Let's. Oh, no.
Whoa,
Two
or
it
I'll
is.
butcher you where you stand.
Yeah.
Man, some of these
Ooh, that
options.
seems aggressive. The contract is tearing the man's life apart. It's causing him distress. It's possible that he may not even be able to approach the true death with such emotions churning in his mind.
Morta chews it over for a moment. It looks like you've negotiated him into a corner. I cannot. It is a matter of law, my friend. Besides, the burden lies upon the signer to overcome his own feeling in order to reach the true death. I cannot.
So what you're saying is that you're denying the true death for the sake of peace of parchment? I did that for the.
Yeah, that's probably the one we're going to choose.
Yeah, it is the one we're going to choose, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Morta sighs and holds up his hands as if to presage you. Look, it's not how you are making it out to be.
Wow, we can just browbeat him into. Yeah, number one seems vicious again. Yeah, you obviously hold the philosophy of the Dustman in contempt to damn a man's soul over a piece of paper. Do other members of your faction know of your conduct in this regard? If not, they soon will.
More thank you for up to I didn't here. Box ledge. He gives an angry scowl and stomps off. Are you still there?
Yeah, you were breaking up again.
Oh, I did the whole text. Do I have to
Yeah,
do it
I
again?
know.
Or?
Yeah, maybe for our podcast listeners.
Morta glares at you for a moment, opens his mouth, closes it, and then opens it again. By the nine hells, wait here. He drops his voice to a whisper. And keep your bone box relaxed. He gives an angry scowl and stomps off.
Wait. Oh no, just wait.
A few seconds later, he returns. He's holding a dusty piece of parchment which he gives to you. Here. He sniffs disdainfully. All for a man's peace of mind. Now be gone and nettle with your preachings no longer.
I will leave for now. Farewell, Mortai. Cool.
Quest drop the item.
What?
Uh-oh.
All right.
You dropped the item. Didn't you hear him speak? I couldn't carry it anymore, so I had to drop it. Behind him on the ground. Yeah.
I'm gone.
Receiving room's logbook. Oh, I see we're wait. Inventory. The bandages.
Still haven't encountered the shop, no?
We have a magic deck. Oh, these are all the magic items. Ooh, okay. Yeah, he can still carry stuff. What are we going to give? Yeah, you just keep carrying the heavy stuff.
I'm gone.
Pick it up. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Inventory. Receiving room logbook.
No, that's not the one. We already had that one. But I think he replaced it with something else.
Oh.
Not those rolled up scrolls?
Anyar's death contract.
Yeah.
This crisp parchment.
Apparently the other thing was in slot 1.
Yeah. This crisp parchment has a musty smell about it, like it has been stored in an attic for too long. From what you can make out from the tiny cramped writing, this document seems to be a contract between two parties, the Dustman faction and a man named Anyar. In exchange for 30 copper pieces, Angyar has signed away the rights to his corpse to the dustmen, presumably so that they can use him as a worker in the mortuary. Do you remember that what's his name? Mortai gave us 50 gold, or 50 copper, so that's 20 more than they gave Angyar, and Emmerich gave us 100 for...
Yeah.
And the other one that we tried also gave us 100, so we knew that 100 was like probably the going rate for corpses. So Angyar got sort of scammed out of his corpse.
Can I talk to her first?
Yeah. Angyar's wife. Oh, you are the wife.
Oh, no,
No, I was the wife. Yes. Angyar's wife looks up hopefully as you approach. Were you able?
Yes, I was able to get a contract from Mortai. Here it is.
Kaboosh. She looks relieved, and her eyes become misty. Oh, by the powers, you must be a diva in disguise to do such a thing for someone you barely know. Give her the contract?
Man, you're making up now for me.
Yeah,
give her the contract.
Updated my journal.
Nay. If you could show my husband the contract, say that you got it from him, but don't say how. I'd appreciate it.
Very well, I'll show it to him then. You see Angyar. He doesn't look any better than before. As you approach him again, he turns slowly to face you. His face tightens. Yeah, again? Don't you hear me the first time, you pox-ridden dog? Get out of my house, or so help me the powers. I'll carve you where you stand. Gewoon, I think option 4. Yeah.
Oh, show more. Yeah, 4. Show him his dustman contract.
As you pull out the contract, the blood drains out of Angyar's face. For a moment he seems at loss for words, then his temper quickly resurfaces. Where did you get that? By the powers? You'd best tell me.
I took it from a dustman named Mortai. It has your name on it.
Angyar can't seem to take his eyes from the contract. Why didn't you bring it to me? He looks suspicious. To ransom it?
Tear up the contract.
Updated my journal.
You tear up the parchment and Angyar's eyes follow the bits of paper as they float to the ground with a desperate look. He shudders slightly, then straightens as if a great weight has lifted from him. Yeah. He looks like he is about to thank you, then stops and stares at you suspiciously. Nothing's free. Not in the hive, cutter.
Yeah, let's go. Expect a lot of rules in the hive to change while I'm around. That seems a bit arrogant. That's not the sort.
Are we that arrogant? That's the question.
Well, we aren't at the moment. We're just we don't even know who we are. So.
So will we do the favor in the future?
Yes, I
will
would.
that set them off?
I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me? I think that's a decent question, right?
And maybe he feels good about that.
Let's do that one. I might need a favor in the future. Could you help me?
I ransomed my life to one man already, and I'm not about to do it again. He shakes his head. We'll settle the debt now.
Fair enough.
I thought you would be doing that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I understand.
Oh, I could use a place to rest. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, but we do.
Oh, we do, because we can't sleep at the inn.
But
we can't sleep anywhere.
I'd rather have him answer some questions, maybe.
Well, we have to go to Red Picker Square. I think we have all the knowledge on the Farod already. We could ask him some questions, of course, but we have nowhere to rest yet.
Okay. It is an interesting option. If it actually unlocks more things. If it's just like, okay, you rest one time, you're fully healed, and that was it, then
Oh yeah,
I
that's
would
true.
be disappointed.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I would ask some questions or just say like, this one's free, man. Get some goodwill.
But if we choose option 3, we can as easily choose option 2.
Yes, that is true. So do we want to question?
might,
Do you think this is a guy who knows things about
No, I don't think so.
something important?
Could be, but I don't think so.
I
And
could use.
I really don't
I did
know.
it. I did it. I did it.
And you're not. That's the least I can do. I'll have my wife get some blankets out for you. Oh, I'll have my wife get some blankets out for you.
We can still ask some questions. I didn't want to rest just yet. I had some questions.
Yeah. And you're not. Ask your questions. Oh, option 1 to 3. I don't really like asking this person.
No, me neither. I don't really like that as well. I don't like it either. I mean,
1 is the most.
yeah, we could ask, get some history
Yeah.
on him. Who knows?
Perhaps it's the sheer amount of riches and wealth that surrounds you that distracted you, he snorts. You have less than nothing, and I needed the jink. Didn't seem to matter too much at the time where it might come from, and selling me body to the Dusties is a lot more honest than most work around here.
What caused you to change your mind?
It's just, he sighs. I saw one of them zombies on the streets at half a month ago. One of them zombies that worked for the Dusties. And it stabbed me in my heart. I knew I'd made a mistake. I didn't want to be part of that after death.
We've all had our share of mistakes.
Ankier grunts. I suppose so.
Let's ask some other questions and let's.
Ask your questions.
Shall we just rest, or should we just? Maybe he has that super secret information about Farad.
Go ahead, we can ask him anyway. Ankier notes. Aye, the name be known to me. I'm not a fond. It's not a fond, and not a fond name. It's either. Pardon my English.
What can you tell me about him?
He frowns. He's one of them collectors and one with a long shadow. There's quite a few boys at his back and on call. He may not be the lord of the realm, but he's not a smart one to tangle with. Lord or no?
Do you know where I can find him?
Aye, but I wouldn't be doing you a favor telling it to you. His frown deepens. One of me kin fell into his lot a few months back and spilled some of the dark vol ferret. The here tell ferret's actually got his kip buried somewhere under Ragpicker Square. To get to it, there's some kind of portal you need to jump through while carrying some junk in your hand. So, okay, that's some relevant information. Wow.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
and you
try.
didn't. I mean, that was a great call on my part.
Truly.
Sorry.
Shouldn't skip any options in this game. I should have known.
Yeah. Where's Ragpicker Square? I
Just
just.
a few blocks from here. Go straight west from the mortuary gate. Keep going until you start seeing trash and rags piled up everywhere. You do best to walk careful there. The collectors there don't always wait for a body to die before collecting on the corpse. You hear?
I have some other questions. Well, let's have this one then
true.
as well.
I will hang your phone then shakes his head. I haven't seen a thing such as that, Cutter.
Yeah, okay, we thought.
Let's call him as a Cutter, so that's great.
Yeah. Do you? I don't know why. That's great, but
Because Cutter means that you're somebody.
Yeah. I think you told me in the first episode, which was a while back, because we had a slight break between episode 1 and 2.
Just right on.
Yeah. Do you mind if I rest here?
And you're not. That's the least I can do. I'll have my wife get some blankets out for you.
Thanks.
Okay, cool resting cinematic.
You've rested for 8 hours. Okay, we got all our spells back. We got all our spell slots back, guys.
Yeah, all of them.
We got all our spell slots back.
So let's go to another part of the hive now.
Yes, we've done everything we can do here. So let's go to the south, because
All right.
we heard that most.
Even the nameless one is
Alright.
saying alright. So
I know that there was a way for me to scroll with buttons as well.
Hey,
Or
we've been watching
like
you.
drag or
Just look
something.
natural. Casual.
Okay, we're in another part of town. The gate looks like it leads to the mortuary
I'm gone.
area. Well, we just came from there. We don't want to go there. There's a bunch of harlots on the streets. And
again.
a damsel in distress. You see a pretty young woman. Her hair is in disarray and the bodice of her dress is torn. She looks about in desperation and then notices you.
Ignore her. Greetings.
She runs up to you and she grabs your arm. You notice the front of her dress is stained with blood. Help me, Cutter, please. They're killing my sister. She begins to tug on your arm.
Ooh.
She looks around wildly. This drunken man who followed us from one of the taverns. We thought he meant no harm. Please, Cutter, there's no more time. Help us.
Wait, first you said they were killing your sissy, and now you say he is killing her. Which is it?
She stares at you, unsure of what to say. I'm distraught. I made a mistake. She glances at the blood that stains her dress. Please help me, Cutter.
Examine the blood on her dress.
You glance down at her dress and look at the blood. Although it does appear to be real, it has completely dried. It must be hours old.
That blood is hours old. What are you up to?
You see her eyes flick to the bloodstains and then back to you. You think you can hear a hint of nervousness in her voice. You're mistaken, Cutter. Please help me. My sister lies dying while we tarry.
Proof. You're up to something. Tell me what's going on. Oh, well, maybe bluff, right?
Yeah, I would bluff. I would
Bluff.
actually want to kill
You're
her.
up to something. Tell me what's going on or I'll kill you.
She looks into your eyes, then glances at the scars that cover your body. She swallows nervously. You see her pale before your eyes. I'm supposed to lure people into an attic nearby. They're waiting there to take your jink. She looks at you apprehensively.
Let me give you some advice.
She gazes at you in silence, then nods her head.
Don't pick someone like me as your mark. Choose some drunken fop who looks like he's never seen. Well, should we do this? Man, I've never seen a battle in his life. That's dark.
You want to give her some good advice, or do you want her? Do you want her to rob other people?
Well, there isn't any other advice that we can give
Do
except
you?
for never
No,
mind,
let me
farewell.
let me rephrase that. Do you want to make her a better robber of, like?
Well, it almost feels interesting now.
That is true.
Is one of the dark things we do.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
She nods once curtly.
And make sure he looks like he has more than a couple of coins to his name. Now get out of here.
She nods curtly, then backs away from you. She hesitates for a moment and turns to leave. Thank you, Cutter. She sprints off.
Well,
leave.
that was one big emotional exchange.
Wow, it was. It was. Mourn for
Okay.
trees. Mourns for trees. Okay, he's mourning for trees. Yeah, you did this
Shall
one.
I do this one?
Yep.
You see a tired-looking, sorrowful old man who's gazing at the ash-dead tree in front of him. He is mumbling to himself and tapping his chin, as if trying to figure something out. Occasionally, he shakes his head sadly.
Greetings.
He seems momentarily startled as you interrupt his train of thoughts. He speaks in calm, unhurried tone, but one full of sadness. Oh, greetings to you, friend. How's this day? How does this day find you?
It finds me well.
He smiles, but sorrow still lies in his eyes. That's good, friend. Hope your good fortune continues. He seems about to turn back to the tree.
And how does this day find you?
He shrugs slightly and proffers a bit of a smile. Fortune finds me well, though I'm saddened just the same.
Why is that?
He pets the tree beside him. It's the trees here in the hive. They're dying, friend, and no one cares. Seeing the look on your face, he holds his hands up as if to silence you for a moment. It may not matter to some, but it's important to me. It feels it's a shame to see the last tatters of life and beauty in this world left uncared for to die. Can you understand that, friend?
It is.
Well, there are more options.
Yes, show more. Well, yeah, he's right. It is a sad thing.
But 2 is a good option as well.
I know, but that's the Dustman answer, right? Sort of, maybe. Should the trees be dying is the question. Because he makes it sound as if nothing is actually growing and everything has died.
So Sigil has now no real earthy kind of ground because it's built in this donut.
So it is
structure.
So it is sad that they can't grow trees here.
Not naturally,
No,
at least.
that's a sad thing then, right?
I guess, yeah. It depends on what you do.
You really
know,
want to do the second one because you're a Dusty.
No.
by
I
heart.
just want to
You think death is a good
feel
thing?
play like a Planescape player, you know. Like there are all these planes where there aren't even any trees, and those are probably pretty
It's a
natural
sad thing,
terrain.
but it's a sad thing. You just want some
Okay,
trees.
it's a sad thing.
The guy just wants
okay.
some trees.
Option one. He seems surprised and blurts out, "Really? Oh, I mean, wonderful. Perhaps you would." He pauses and seems suddenly suspicious. He recomposes himself, speaking in his usual slow manner. In any case, that's good. I suppose you have some questions for me now?
Shit, he was on to us. That we were just playing nice to get some answers. But no, let's see if he wanted to ask me us something
The
first.
second one.
Yeah.
For the first time, the man seems genuinely happy. Beaming, he explains, "It's difficult for anything to survive here. Just look around and you'll see what I mean, friend. I'm not sure if it's possible for the trees to thrive here, even if they somehow were to get enough light and clean water."
Go on.
He nods enthusiastically. "But if enough people care, really want them to live, I just know they'll survive. They'll turn green again and flourish."
He could be right. He could be right.
Yeah, it could be right. Yeah.
I've probably seen a druid or two in my day, haven't I? Not that I remember it, but I could have. You could be
Maybe,
right.
I think he's speaking about the power of thought rather than.
I know, but
Proclamation.
that doesn't matter how he names it, right? He's
Okay.
There's magic in this
I'm
world.
right. I'm certain of it. A sense of conviction surrounds him like an aura. He seems so unlike the man you first spoke to. That's all I'd ask of you, friend. Just care for them. Hope for their recovery. In time, should enough people want it, it will come to pass. Can you do that for me, friend?
Yeah, I'll help him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll just wish for the trees to do good, to be well.
Yeah. Excellent, my friend, excellent. I thank you. You've given me back my confidence, my purpose. Perhaps I can find others like you who will listen. Perhaps it will make a difference. What about your companions, friend? Would you speak to them on my behalf?
Morta, what do you think?
Huh? Oh, yeah, Chief. Sure. Whatever you say.
I'm serious, Morty. Can you make the effort?
Morty looks at you for a while, silently, then nods. I did his voice wrong. Yeah, I can. If it's that important to you, I'll do it.
Thanks. I had some questions, Morns. Kadoosh.
He nods, awaiting your question.
Any change in the trees yet?
No, not yet, friend. I'll still have hope, though. I speak to people every day.
That's good. I had some questions. Who are you? Seems like something you would ask first.
Mornings for trees by the people here, friend. Yeah, true. So why is our internet connection okay again? I don't mind though, but...
Well, I mean, I got this fiber... So they connected me to the fiberglass network, right? So my internet should be faster. Before that I was just on old school cable internet, but if I was the only one in the entire street, and I live in a street with a lot of students, so with a lot of people who are streaming stuff, if I was the only one on the cable internet, then it might actually be faster than this fiberglass thing with everyone in the street using that same network. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, yeah, because cable is divided between all homes, and fiber isn't.
Oh,
so
fiber isn't, so it should
No.
only be in the house. Okay, then it made no sense what I said.
But I still thought it made sense because I thought you had a bit of a slow bandwidth. You ordered a slower bandwidth, but we're going for stability. So
No. It should be a faster bandwidth as well, and it has been
No.
fast, directly connected. But I have noticed, for example, that my PlayStation and some of the phones will disconnect every once in a while, but that can be because they moved the modem to the front of the house, so now in the back of the house the Wi-Fi is unstable. It's a whole thing, and it's really not
Yeah, I
important now.
understand.
So
my telecom days are rushing back
coming
in.
back. Well, we don't want to go there, Jasper. We want to stay
we
in
don't wanna go
Sigil.
Yeah.
Why are all the trees dying? I was just going to say, let's talk about something fun. Why are all the trees dying?
Just look at your surroundings, friend. Can you imagine anything having an easy life here? And besides the wretched conditions, the Dabus rarely come to this part of Sigil.
We know
Go
what a
straight for two. Yeah.
we know what a Davos is. So why is that?
The hive's a dangerous place, but that's not it. The Dabus have the lady watching over them, and no one's foolish enough to tangle with her friend. I suppose it's really all on account of Fel.
Who is Fel?
Well, he's a, friend. I'll just say he's the only Dabus that doesn't serve the lady. I don't know the whole dark of it, and as they say, but he is shunned by his fellows and lives here, alone, in the hive. He runs a tattoo parlor, but most of Sigil is wary of the place.
Ooh. Tell me about this tattoo parlor.
Bell's Parlor is is only a few buildings east of here. It's marked with his personal symbol, a white oval pierced by a lightning bolt. I've never been there myself, friend, but as I understand it, he's able to turn images from his speech You know double speaking images, yes? Rebuses?
Yeah. Go on.
He nods. So he is somehow able to turn images from his speech into tattoos, and not just ordinary inklings either. I'm told there's magic about them, and more than just in their making. I don't know much else about it though.
So what about the places there to be wary of?
Well, friends, since he turned from the lady, many people think it's just a matter of time before a shadow falls on him. No one wants to be about when and if that happens, I'm sure.
You don't have any idea of how he came to be shunned?
Like I said, friend, I'm not too sure. I've only heard vague rumors about him being on the wrong side of the issue when some power decided to butt heads with his lady. You could always try and ask him yourself, friend. I'm told he's friendly enough, if not a little old.
Some power?
A deity, friend. A god? Normally the lady has no problems with the likes of them, as she keeps their god out of Sigil entirely. His name was Oscar, but I don't know much else about the affair. Oh, I know who he is.
Okay.
Oh,
We can check for other questions, but other than that, we can ask for the place, or do we end up in the same loop? Is that what we asked? No. Yeah. What can you tell me about this place?
It's the worst Sigil has to offer, friend. Not much else to say about it. He smells sadly.
What if I was looking for work? True story this. What
In
if
the
I was...
hive? Unless you're a thief, I doubt you'll find any. You could always gather corpses and haul them to the mortuary gates if you were that desperate. I hear the dustmen pay a pittance for them there in an effort to keep the hive streets and alleyways from becoming even more foul.
Where could I go to enjoy myself?
Well, friend, it takes a certain sort to find anything of amusement in this place like this. I look for entertainment in another ward. If I were you, safer.
What's dangerous?
Here? Everything, friend, everything. Well, maybe not me.
I had some other questions. Yeah, we know
No.
we know everything about everything.
A small thingy.
Yeah.
So Oscar is one of the gods that tried to defy the lady, and there's a temple to the deity in this city, and that temple is called the Shattered Temple, and is the home to the faction called the Atar.
Okay.
And the breaking of this temple makes them believe that if the powers can die, they are not worthy to be worshipped. So
sorry, can you repeat that last thing?
So,
if
they can fall, they are not worth to be worshipped.
okay. Yes.
That's Atar philosophy, and I have a whole piece of text, but I think it's a bit too much to read. But it's a really interesting faction where let me see if I can have a major quote. The Defiers laugh at the gods, powers schmowers. Powers schmowers. So that's what they are saying. But it's a very interesting faction because they're not that...
Alright. So I would have assumed that he was referring to a name when we saw it for the first time. Like as in a person, but he was referring to a faction.
No, he was saying Oscar.
Oh, that's
which
true.
Is a god
yes,
that has fallen,
yeah.
and that god's fallen temple is the sign of the Yatar. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
And I like them as well. Oh. Well, that's some lore.
You like all the factions, Jasper. Which is a
Yes,
good thing.
that's true.
That's why I hired you.
Oh, yeah. I'm working cheap then.
What's this? Map? Oh, it doesn't tell us it. Okay.
Is there an entryway there or not?
This probably is, right? The ash cover tree? No. Okay. No, we
Okay,
can't.
for some reason.
We can't enter.
Oh, okay. For some reason he has put everything. Okay, now I know what I did wrong.
Starved dog barking thug. Those are the
Oh, there we
thugs.
go.
Yeah, those are the ones that we need to kill, man.
Yeah.
Are we just going for it? Angry hive, do I know?
I'll just approach them and see if they attack us. Then, then we.
Yeah, let's start a conversation. Good
Yeah.
call. Good call. Hello. This wild-eyed man is hunched over, barking and howling at the top of his lungs. Beneath his thick, matted hair, you can make out a series of strange tattoos. They run the range from screaming faces to bizarre geometric shapes, to what appear to be lines of verse. He's almost naked, but the dirt and filth covering him gives him the semblance of modesty.
Ambulance.
Please howl for me.
Okay.
The man whirls on you as he hears you howl, then gives a lopsided grin and he throws his head back, howling with you. He stops a few moments later, then resumes his loping about, snarling and barking like some feral dog. Yeah, we're going through. Snarl. The man's barking ends with a snarl, and he leaps at you.
If this is how you want to die, Wolfman.
Die. I'm hurt.
Yeah, I'm almost dead.
Man, that was hard.
Yeah, we should remember that we don't have any armor class. Like, we have an armor class, but it's very low, is what I mean.
I think it's because our dear friend Animal Sentinel isn't here to remind us.
No. Yeah. I miss Animal Sentinel.
Where are you, Animal Sentinel?
There's this mosquito here. Just keeps flying.
No longer.
No, I don't think I got
I'm
him.
so hoping that the stone that we are carrying with us will at some point open a portal somewhere.
Yeah. Starved dog barking.
Oh, let's go for the speaking of greetings.
Greetings. The man whirls on you and gives a low growl. He draws out the growl for a few seconds, then starts barking violently at you. In the distance, you can hear answering barks.
I said greetings.
The man's barking ends with a snarl as he leaps at you.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I'm gone.
How do I use quick items again? Oh yeah.
That's how.
Oh. Damn it,
Oh, there's another one. I have to tell Morty to attack. Oh, he's not.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to the controls at all. Go to switch in. So we killed 3
So we
now.
killed 3. Oh well. That wasn't unison.
All right.
Well, let's pick up the loot.
We should stay out of trouble.
Not be an Eric about it.
Precipice of Dreams reference.
Yeah. And the thing is that Bowen doesn't.
What is this? Those are all trees. These barrels are probably here to catch rainwater. Okay, barrels. What's that? That is the painted door to the tenement of thugs. Don't necessarily want to go there now. Black Abishai.
I got launched into another part of the void cast thing.
What?
I'm back again, but I left for a short while.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
That was pretty strange, but I'm back. So sorry. You were saying.
I was reading what this said, and then I looked at the map, saw that it was a painted door to tenement of thugs, and that I was not interested to walk ourselves into any trouble. And then a tiefling here, or a gargoyle type, a black Abishai.
No, a black Abishai. That's not a gargoyle. That's black. I think is the lowest tier of the 5 chromatic types of Abishai. And those are devils.
Do you want to talk to the devil?
Of course, we want to talk to the devil, but let's try not to get into a fight because we will be killed.
Yeah. He looks like he would kill us instantly. This black scaled reptile. Are they just dragonborn? Then?
No, they're devils.
Okay.
And they are like the devils who are the spawn of Tiamat. So the chromatic
the dragon.
five-headed dragon
goddess.
queen.
Yeah.
So there are 5 types, each in 1 color.
Yeah, I know.
Black are the least,
cool.
I think.
The black scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. A long prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong, vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you.
This is a scary one.
Yeah. We are almost dead. Shall we
So
leave?
you're going to,
It's the button though. We could just say greetings. If he says get the hell out of here, we can walk away.
funny because he's from hell.
I know, that's pun intended. I did it. What?
Chief! Oh, you're doing
Yeah,
it.
no, you're doing it. You're doing it.
What, Chief? Morty cuts in before you can speak to the creature. Are dead. You won't want to rattling your bone box with any fiend on the street. Leave it be.
Leave the creature alone. We know enough. If Morty says we shouldn't do something, we'll listen.
Does Morty have any new options
Chief?
for us to talk about?
Hey, what's eating you, Chief?
Yeah, so the tattoo parlor was interesting to me because it was said that we have a lot of tattoos.
And we have 2 tattoo slots on our character as well.
You wanna... What was on his back again? We know, right? It's not
And
important.
maybe talk a little about Sigil. I don't know if he asked that question.
Yeah.
Right?
Can you tell me a little about Sigil?
Sigil is a ring-shaped city that's squatting on top of an infinite tall spire in what some claim to be the center of the plains. Of course, how it could be at the top of an infinite tall spire and how the city could even be at the center of the plains raises some questions.
Anything else?
Sigil is called the City of Doors, mostly because there's a lot of invisible doors that lead in and out of it. Just about any arched door frame, barrel, hoop, bookshelf or even open window might be a portal under the right conditions. It all depends on if you have the key to open it. Keys.
Yeah, wait, I'm pouring a drink. In a
So,
glass.
and now the stream is
Keys.
still sharp. I don't even know.
I can't see the stream anymore. The battery of the telephone that I use died.
Very laggy. I will refresh the stream because maybe that will help. Okay, now it's good. Refreshing solved it. Yeah, I guess the best way to explain it is most portals are sleeping, right? You could walk through them, by them, or on top of them, and nothing would happen. Now, every portal has something that wakes it up. That could be a tune you hum to yourself, a loaf of week-old Bitopian bread, remembering what your first kiss was like, and then BAM! The portal gets its juices flowing, and you can jump through it. Whatever is on the other side.
Like, where?
Anywhere, Chief, literally. Any place you can think of. There's a portal there, that's why Sigil is so popular across the plains.
I see. I have some other questions.
Maybe we should do 3 again.
Yeah. Morty, I don't mind you tagging along, but is there anything else you can do except chatter?
Hey, chattering is my best trait. He rattles his teeth for a moment and grins.
Oh, yeah, I would read that as the AA. I don't know. It's like the say no more, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Option 1?
Oh, that's
Let's
good
provoke
to
him.
hear.
No, but seriously, Chief, I got a knack for chattering in just the right way. I can really bend an ear, if you know what I'm saying. I got insults, back talk, stuff that'll curl someone's ear into their skull, you know?
And how's that useful? We know, I mean...
It's one of my many talents. I call it the litany of curses. You see, sometimes I can really bend someone's ear when you just the right comment. Of course, then I usually have to do a lot of running afterwards, but you get the idea.
How does it work?
Updated my journal.
Well, I can spit insults at someone until they get mad enough to chase me around.
Yeah, note. Morty has an ability called Litany of Curses. It's a non-magical taunt. If the target fails to resist it, they suffer a penalty to their armor class, attacks, and will do nothing but try to engage Morty in melee combat. Note that the more insults Morty hears, the better his Litany of Curses becomes. The Litany of Curses is very effective against mages. This is amazing. I love that we unlocked an ability through dialogue, and that this abilities becomes better with dialogue options. So if we encounter people making insults, or we make insults to Morty, then that's very
Let
cool.
them go at each other.
That's very cool.
Yeah, right?
Okay, let's ask him for some advice. I could use some advice. What do you think we should do next?
Well, here's how I see things.
Go on.
I think you should try and root out this ferret, wherever he's set up his skip. You wouldn't have had those directions tattooed on your back if it didn't have some inkling of what was up with you. One of the locals around here has to know where he is. So probably.
Yeah. Good point.
I think we can go.
Yeah. Nothing. Just checking to see if you're still with me.
Did we do option 6?
I think we did. Yeah.
No idea, Chief. I kind of forgot when I died. Can't say I blame myself much. At least there was something waiting for me after I died. Even if it's life as a floating skull. I mean, it could have been worse. Yeah, we did this.
Yeah. Alright.
Sure, why not?
Gold. Sorry, coppers.
All right.
What?
That's the tattoo parlor then?
A white oval with a black lightning bolt through it is inscribed on the keystone of the entrance to this building. Well, there is your tattoo parlor. We could also go back and give that lady some peace of mind that we slayed the thugs. So that
we can do that later. We get back to that point, right?
Yeah, that's true. Fine. This one. Yeah. Okay. Now let's enter the tattoo parlor then. Since we have tattoos. Fell. Okay.
I'm gone.
What's all this? An unusual work of art is displayed, okay. It looks like a clock, but there's no numbers or hands on it. A pattern of barbed black branches have been inscribed on this wall. There's a big curtain in the back of the room, which we can actually walk into. A strange looking chair seems to be where the patron sits, and in front of us we see Fel. Let's go talk to Fel. You see a Dabus, but something about it strikes you as odd. It has the same shock of white hair, the same greenish cast to its skin, the same pair of goat horns, and then you suddenly realize this one is walking on the ground, not floating. For some reason that makes you uneasy. Mosquito! Sorry.
And we don't have mortar to... you can just do option 1, right?
Right, Morty is there for me, right?
Oh, we can do it ourselves. Translate.
Oh yeah, that's true. I had some questions for you. Oh, you do him now. Yeah.
I had some questions for you. Who are you?
As you were about to ask, you suddenly realize you already know the Dabus' name. His name is Fel. As if in response, the Dabus inclines his head slightly and a lone symbol appears above its head. It's blurry at first, then resolves into a white oval with a black lightning bolt through it.
I feel like I know you, Fel. Oh, this is interesting.
Fel bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirl around his head, rotating clockwise, then counterclockwise. It takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time, and not the first time, you've come to this place.
Oh, cool. Do you know who I am?
Another series of symbols materialize quickly and sharply into focus above Fel's head. The translation comes to you just as quickly and sharply as the symbols themselves, and as if you had translated the exact same string many times before. Yes, but I'm not permitted to tell you your story.
Why not?
Updated my journal.
For a moment there's no response from Fel, then a stream of rebuses appears, as if trickling out of Fel's mind. My apologies, I cannot change the nature of a man. You can't explain why, but the last sentence sends a crawling sensation through your skull.
Nature of a man? What does that mean?
The symbols that appear above Fel almost mirror the previous stream. My apologies, I cannot say.
I see. I have another question for you, Fel.
The Dabus waits.
What is this place?
A slow train of symbols materialize around Fel's head. The symbols take several moments to resolve, starting with simple lines, then flashing themselves out into breathtaking colors. This is where a tattoo color and life upon flesh and bone.
Can I see what tattoos you have? Yes, a shop.
Yes. The first shop that we see, actually.
Okay, so
Lots
there
of
are, there are
tattoo.
strong ones.
Um, he can identify stuff for us, apparently.
Yeah,
Identify.
that's good as well.
Let's check out the stuff that we have. Oh, where? Hello?
You give it to Morta? Maybe click on Morta.
No, we equipped some stuff as well.
Yeah, we did that as well. Well, yeah. So it costs 100. We have 627. So let's start with identifying.
Yeah, we can't.
Right?
I tried to. I'm trying to push it, but it doesn't do anything. You see?
Can't select the bracelet? Oh,
No,
that's strange.
I'm clicking on it right now.
Maybe Morta is too far away.
Morty, give us all the stuff in your inventory. Let's go here. Let's try that first.
Yeah,
And
take
also,
the
we
earring off.
were the
Yeah.
earring, right? Yeah. So let's talk to you again. Can I see what tattoos you have? Identify. He doesn't want to do it.
Oh, maybe this shop doesn't have the identify option, but it's built into the menu or something.
Yeah, that could be. Okay, you go back. You carry some books. Yeah, books. Sure. Okay, then let's look at the tattoos. We have a tattoo of accuracy, but I can't really. It doesn't tell me what it does. It does tell me. Inscribed on the skin, the wearer's perceptions of distance and balance become heightened, giving their attacks greater accuracy. Bloodletting. When this wearer strikes an opponent in combat, the tattoo flares and the whip takes an extra bite out of the opponent. Tattoo of might. So this is all.
So what are the powerful ones? The powerful ones. Plus 1 intelligence. Oh, that's good.
Tattoo added slight bonus to the user's intelligence, allowing them greater chance.
Slight bonus. Plus 1 is
Yeah,
plus
plus 1.
It's a good bonus.
That's a good bonus, yes, indeed.
And that's 270.
Plus 1 to strength for might. Yeah, 270. Plus 1 to
so
wisdom.
what are the 1080 ones?
Plus 1 to dexterity. Plus 1 to constitution. Plus 1 to charisma. Plus 3 to base hit points. And plus 1 to armor class. So how many tattoos can you equip?
But the greater presence.
Plus 9 and greater. Oh, sorry. 2 of greater is a plus 2.
Man, that's so good. I think we have 2 tattoo spots, right?
Yeah, but then we should wait for just tattoo. Yes, we can have 2 tattoos. So
I think you can change them, but yeah, what kind of... I just want plus 2 intelligence and plus 2 wisdom then. And it isn't even that expensive. It's only like 2200 minus 40.
well, yeah, but we only have 600 at the moment.
Yeah.
So are we going to spend 270 on a plus 1? Or are we going
to replace it?
Or are we going to wait for the 1000 and buy the plus 2?
What do you think?
Well, I was thinking about it. I wanted to wait, but now that I think about it, 270 for a plus 1 is so super cheap.
Yeah, and I think we can possibly sell it. Or
And we know the power of a plus 1. And we know the power of a plus 1 to any ability score. Right?
Really good.
And you immediately want to go for intelligence or wisdom, which makes sense because that's how we are doing the character. But then our AC is super low, and
well, what I was thinking about, because we get bonuses when we level as well, of course.
Yeah.
Is then when we start maxing a thing, we can go for the other things. And when you have a plus 2 in your major attributes, you will be at the max quite a lot quicker, so you can put your level bonuses into Constitution and everything.
But my reasoning now is for 270 coppers, we could switch the 2s pretty easily, buy the other one whenever we think we need it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think we're fine on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Like, we're fine. I think there's not a whole lot of options that we don't have in those abilities right now. Right? We're not missing any dialogue options because our intelligence, wisdom, or charisma is too low.
We are.
You think we are?
Yes.
I don't know what the max is. What's the max
25.
for 25? Okay, yeah, we're definitely missing out on options.
So, the thing is, Constitution might be a great score to improve.
Yeah.
But Dexterity isn't, because we have to get a plus 6 in Dexterity to get a +1 in armor class.
Yeah, but we
So when
can
go for
we
armor
can
class,
just
it's
straight
better to get a +1 armor class.
we could just go straight for the +1 armor class.
Yeah.
But I agree with you that that is sort of the least interesting one. But I would wait. Like I wouldn't buy a +1 intelligence. I would then buy the +2 intelligence so that we make bigger leaps in our primary.
Let's walk about a bit more, and then when we get to a point where we can spend it at once, we immediately go here and do that.
Yeah. So yeah, we have some other questions then.
Free?
Yeah. You were doing the nameless one in this.
What lies beyond the curtain fell.
A caravan train of symbols slowly materializes around the fell, one by one. It's my gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I am saddened for you.
Saddened for me? Why? Okay, let's not skip over the fact where he says your discarded skins, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. Another caravan of symbols forms around fell. This time forming a circle. The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it, like stones upon a foundation. You have endured great pain.
What do you mean?
A long string of rabuses appears above Fell's head, then surrounds his arms like manacles. I admire you because you have never surrendered to the weight of these losses, despite the fact that chains hang around you still.
Go on.
A long string of rabuses appears above Fell's head, then falls, covering him like a cloak. These losses blanket this life and all of your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent. You are exploring the infinite paths of life.
Tell me more.
A long string of rabuses appears above Fell's head, then falls suddenly to the floor, streaming out behind him like a shadow. Take with you this warning. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Wow.
Anything else you can tell me?
A brief series of paper-thin rabuses appears in an orderly row next to Fell, then vanish into the glowing motes. Do not sign anything.
Oh, okay. Like a debt contract?
Very well. I mean, I'll try not to
sign anything more than I already have.
Another series of rabuses appears, forming a spiral. They have the texture of a question about them. Do you feel complete?
Proof. I don't. In fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing. Something inside.
Val nods, and a series of symbols materialize in a halo around him. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become whole again.
I'll try. I have some other questions. Cool, eh?
Yeah. It's wel grappig. I just went Dutch mode.
Before you go any further, I have to get something to drink because my throat is killing me.
Okay, I will go. I will just transition to this screen. Wow, guys, how are you doing in chat? Who is in chat? Ooh, I see a lot of nice familiar names. Welcome back, welcome back. There's some VIPs, some moderators, some random people. Cool. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Us playing through Planescape Torment. It's a slow burn, I guess. Donker Rips. Hey. It's a slow game, and we are playing it really slow because we are exploring most options provided to us just to enjoy ourselves. if I would normally play this game, I would probably start off as we are playing it now, but then would skip through conversations more and more. Hey, welcome. I was just saying that if I was playing this by myself, alone, and not streaming, then I would start out the same as we are playing it. So take it slow, explore all options, but I would quickly go through conversations and run from quest to quest, I think. Not it's super interesting, but there's a lot of options that we've tried now that I probably wouldn't have tried if I was playing it for myself.
Yeah.
Just time wise. Also, if you're by yourself, you read faster, right? We're
taking it very slow.
Yeah.
Doing inflections and everything. So, yeah.
Now, not to mention all that voice acting work, man.
Man, so cool.
So cool. I think the mosquito just bit me. Oh, I have to edit. Oh, that's another one that I have to edit out. I said, and then tried to cover it up with. Well, now.
There you go again.
Yeah. But now this part, I'll just.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you won't see this because I'm cutting it all out.
So that's another.
I will do like this. I will do the clipboard so I know in the video where. So please, everyone in chat and Jasper, cover your ears because I'm going to clap my hands in front of my microphone. So that will appear as a peak when I'm editing, so I know where I have to make a cut.
Cool. Okay, so option 5 then?
Yes, wait.
Or 4.
I have to switch back to the game, Jasper. They see our faces, not the game anymore.
Oh yeah.
Transition, we're back.
Did we do 4?
No, we didn't. We can ask him. I was right before you left. I was just going to say that I thought it was interesting that he didn't want to tell us anything about us when we asked him, and then when we asked about what's behind the curtain, he started telling us about ourselves. We actually got a whole bunch of
Maybe there are specific things that he can't tell us about ourselves.
Yes.
No.
But we got a whole bunch of information about ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of the first big reveal, right? From a character that's not the lady at the start.
The first reveal was Daenara, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The first and only reveal, sort of.
Yeah, for this, we know we've been sold a couple of times probably to the Mortuary, but that's
the small details we've learned from other people. Okay, so 4, Jasper, if you would read the option out loud, please.
You say you've met me before, Fel. Do you know how I died?
Fel does not respond for a moment, then slowly, menacingly, 3 symbols materialize above his head, each of them casting a long shadow.
Shadows?
Ooh, it was nice how we said that both at the same time. The 3 symbols swirl about each other, each leaving a faint black misty trail about them. They take a ragged edge, like teeth and talons, and multiply. Where there were 3, there is 9. 9 becomes 27, until the room is a swarm of shadows. Many shadows. They've streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die.
Why?
Dude, we just got the sentence for any parallel projections advertising. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die. Can you see it? The Instagram posts. Parallel projections. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, then left you to die.
Why?
I have to remember that one. That's awesome. Okay,
Right
why?
after the clap.
The shadowed symbols swirl into one, then dissolve, to be replaced with a simple symbol. I don't know.
I see. I had some other questions. Can you tell me anything about these tattoos on my body? Could be interesting.
Fel studies your body for a moment, walking around you. He mirrors each symbol as he examines it, then returns to face you. I know them. None are by my hand.
Can you tell me about some of them?
Fel nods, symbols appearing around him like fireflies. The ones upon your back were scribed with a careful hand and are directions for a mind that forgets itself. The symbol that lies upon your left shoulder is the mark of Torment.
Torment?
Also, the first time we hear that word in game, I think. In this context. Yeah. The symbol sharpens, gains edges that are almost painful to your eyes. It is Torment. It is which draws all tormented souls to you. Fel nods at your left arm, at your shoulder. The flesh knows it suffers even when the mind has forgotten, and so you wear the rune always.
I keep that in mind. I had some other questions. Oh, I want to know more. So, never mind farewell. Let's go to the back room. Because it's our tattoos, right?
Yeah, let's go there. It's our skins. You have our skins. A tattoo. This tattoo is of a night black steed with dead white eyes and spines bristling from its shoulder blades. This picture shows a blackened sphere with trails of black mist floating away from it. This design shows a series of black rivers whose courses divide, cross each other, then flow together. This design is a hallowed beast with a tiny demon in its head. Okay. Ah, yeah, nice. You got some displayed skins, I see. Human skin has been stretched around these wooden frames. The skins are covered with tattoos. Well, no Sherlock. Human skin has been stretched. Yeah, okay. All the same. Yep. So
okay.
No new information from this.
No. Strange. Maybe we can talk to him again.
Yeah, I've seen your collection, weirdo.
Did we give it up freely?
Well, the way I read that sentence was that he didn't refer to us specifically, but just to people that got tattoos from him. So when he said your skins belong to me, as in I put my art on there, so when you die I get the skin back to keep my art.
Okay.
That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah. Could be the right way, I think.
Especially since we have a bunch of tattoos, and he says that none of them are his.
Yeah.
So he probably never tattooed us before, or he might have, but it's not on this.
Yeah. So let's do that. I had some questions for you again. Maybe.
Okay.
No.
Same
other options. So we can go. Okay, so
let's
we'll
go. We will come back here. Yeah, because tattoos are awesome, and magic tattoos that give you plus points to your ability scores are super awesome. Hey, a collector. This man is draped in filthy tattered brown robes, a long hood concealing most of his face from view.
Greetings.
You see his eyes narrow beneath his hood, and he takes a step back. What do you want?
What are you doing?
I'm looking for some damn bodies is what I'm trying to do. But you think the dead powers have packed up their kip and left the plains the way peoples are staying healthy and all? There's a sudden gleam in his eyes. We had a pox last month and it was a glorious time. It was body stinking to the high heavens and a plenty of jink to be had too.
Why are you looking for bodies?
He looked surprised. Well, you haul the blighters to the mortuary there, you talk to the Dusties, haggle a little and get you a few bits of jink.
Let's go to number 2 then. This place.
He frowns at you. You're in the hive, of course, dirtiest bit in all the Sigil. Where you from, Cutter? You from the Prime or something?
No, I had some questions.
He raises an eyebrow. I've some for you then. Like, what did you want to know and how badly did you want to know it?
What do you mean?
Look around you, Cutter. I don't make enough jink to go lighting up the dark for nothing. It'll take a bit of coin, it will, if you wants to chant.
Dump 10 coppers into his palms.
Ask your questions. I can't say as I can't help you, but I might.
I'm looking for a man named Ferret.
We already know where Fraud is. Tell me about the collectors, maybe, first.
Okay.
Get some general.
Tell me about the collectors.
We make our living by dragging deaders off Sigil's fair streets and hauling their lead-bottomed arses to the mortuary. Not the best way to earn a living, but it's a start. Is that all you wanted to know, Cutter? He looks at you oddly.
I'm looking for a man named Ferret.
He narrows his eyes suddenly. Farad. What about him?
You seem suddenly wary. Why?
Farad. He spits, sneering contemptuously. Rag picker squares shares graves, me boss. Territory, you see. Farad and his dogs came in whiles back and tried to oust us. We fought them off, we did. So they're all hiding somewhere now. We still catch one of the lads now and then around the square. Usually we turn them into a quick spotted jink at the mortuary. Spiking sods.
Tell me about Sharegrave.
He is me boss, casts his shadow or a whole mess of collectors he does. I'd stay away from him unless you got a right good cause to talk to the man. I've never spoken with him personally myself.
In that case, I'm also looking for a journal I've lost.
He just shakes his head, puzzled.
Farewell then, collector.
Well, keep yourself safe, Cutter. If I find you on the streets, I'll be kind to your corpse. Oh, that's a good thing, because there's a big chance that he'll find my corpse at one point in this city, the way we are...
There's a named one. There's a named one. Stop. July.
There. Amarissi? Is that the one?
July.
Huh?
Southeast of you. There's a guy named July.
Right in front of me. Yeah, but here's a named one as well.
Where?
But
Where?
Amarissi.
Oh yeah, okay.
But we'll talk to him
This
first.
one is walking, so...
Yeah, and he's in front of us.
You see a thin man with stained clothes, a hooked nose and two stubby horns jutting from his forehead. He's stumbling about and muttering to himself. He stinks of brine, vomit and cheap wine.
Greetings.
Eh? The man squints blearily at you. Was it what?
Never mind. Sorry to bother you. Great call,
Right.
Jasper. Thanks for that. Let's go to this one. Yeah, take this one.
Or should I? Okay. You see a young woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. She smells faintly of cheap perfume, and her face, though pretty, is painted with garish makeup. She smiles coyly as she sees you. Seeking some company, love?
No, but I had some questions.
Sorry, love. I don't stand here to answer the questions. Let's her by. Sure. You would like a little company,
No, farewell. Wow, we're having all the greatest conversations right here. But maybe
Yeah.
that's a good thing because we tend to get stuck in conversations anyway. So what's this then? Scratched above the doorway are the words "Smoldering Corpse Bar." Great.
Oh, that's the other bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've heard about the bar.
The vines on this building have withered from the heat emanating from the wall. Let's just first do a little walk about the
Another break of the shine.
yeah, or probably the same, maybe, possibly.
Could be. Who knows?
Who knows? It's appeared to be a gutter of some sort. It looks as though it has seen little use. Okay. Where's Morty?
Sure, why not?
Come back to me, Morty.
Hey, Barry hour.
Where? Oh, there. Yes. Oh, that's like a centaur or something.
Yeah, but then it's a goat.
What's up?
A goat person.
I'm gone.
Much as this creature's body is a combination of a man and a ram, his head is a mix of sorts, with a broad flat nose, goat ears, and a pair of curling horns. Intricate designs are shaved into his dirty pelt. A massive four-flanged pole arm hangs from his belt harness. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Greetings.
He turns to face you with startling speed, his eyes dark and suspicious of you. His voice is deep and rumbling, not quite human, and heavily accented. What do you want, two legs? His hand is close to his pole arm.
I'll need to speak with you. I had some questions.
He seems to calm down. His hand drops away from his weapon. He still keeps a certain distance from you, however. What do you wish to ask me?
Why are you so wary of me?
He seems sad for a moment. This place, a wretched, unclean place, is full of unfriendly, sometimes desperate people. Not the best place for visiting Barrier. Two legs, he shrugs. I have business here, so here I am.
Visiting? You do not live here?
The warrior shakes his head, laughing. No, two legs, no warrior could live here like this.
Where are you from?
From the plains of Isgard, two legs. They are my home. He smiles in fond recollection, as if warmed by the memory.
What sort of business were you here for?
Another time, as two legs. If we ever meet in a happier place, I shall tell you all about it.
Let me ask you something else then.
What do you wish to ask of me?
Okay, so are we going to do all the options?
Probably not, because he just told us that he is a stranger here as well. So what would he know of the city or the slums?
I want to skip this one.
You want to skip this
Can't
one?
explain. Yeah. Well, maybe not, but because there's always things that happen, right? But
Let's ask him one thing at least. Like
okay,
tell
then,
Lady of Pain.
yeah, of course.
The lady.
Oh, sorry.
He looks around as if to see if anyone's overheard. I only know that she rules this place, all of Sigil, and that the locals feel it bad luck to speak of her. Okay. Thank you, that's all I needed to know for now. Farewell.
What kind of building is he standing in front of?
That's a very good question. Let's check the map. Coatra's warehouse.
Hey, a warehouse. Okay. Let's sell.
Let's sell
Right?
some stuff, man. You know, Jasper,
Mm-hmm.
do you know where we went wrong here? A warehouse is not the same thing as a shop.
True.
All right.
But maybe.
But maybe. Let's go ask. You go.
Moving from box to box, this man seems to be totally immersed in counting boxes and scribbling results down on a piece of parchment. He looks annoyed as you interrupt him. What is it now? Can't you see I'm busy taking inventory? Go bother someone else.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Farewell.
Bye.
Yeah, this is it, man. It's a warehouse, not a shop.
Yeah, true.
Mistakes were made.
Well, then hopefully we can at least sell something at the Smoldering Corpse bar, right? Now we've made a circle.
Yeah, we did come full circle now, right? Yeah. So this is it then. Man, it's...
What's happening?
I can't move the camera anymore, and I also can't do the... I can't scroll anymore.
Are you putting it on follow mode per accident or something?
I don't know. Could be.
Because the camera is following you.
Yes, I know. Which is great.
And
I actually like that. Lock view on character. Yeah, so that's... Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Wait. You, Morty.
Sure, why not?
Coward. Do the litany of curses.
Yes, that was what that's what I wanted to do. Select special ability, litany of curses. You.
Choke on a bone, you hitless ape.
Okay, okay.
What's up, Chief?
Attack that guy. Now you attack.
Damn it.
Here we go again.
Can you imagine it? Standing in the streets and seeing these guys just running by you.
What's the word? Okay.
That one didn't run away. Okay. So it's nice to have bronze rings, but then we at least need a place to sell them, right?
So let's try the
What's up?
I'm gone.
bar.
Smoldering Corpse bar. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh.
What? Wow. Okay. These vents blow an incredibly hot air up from the furnaces below. Yeah, I get ignorant. There, Miss, do you know there's a burning man inside your establishment?
It might be a Smoldering Corpse.
Yeah. Are you aware, Drusilla of the Smoldering Corpse bar, that there is an actual Smoldering Corpse in your bar? Are you aware? This is a woman with fading bruises on her face and arms, and a look of despairing longing in her sunken eyes. She might have been pretty once, but those days were long ago. She turns slowly to face you. Life pours into her features, and the spark of sardonic light that dances in her eyes now makes you wonder if your eyes were deceiving you. Welcome to the Smoldering Corpse Guard, man.
Who are you?
I am Drusilla, and you must be clueless. Don't ask me how I know that, it just shines off you.
Clueless, I think not.
She smirks at you, and her bruises seem almost to fade. Whatever you say, dearie.
Whatever. Answer some questions for me.
Aye, traveler, what is it you seek?
Who's that burning by the entryway? Let's start with that one.
That's a good. That's a good.
Updated my journal.
That despair you saw on her face before flits across it again like a blank winged shadow before she masters herself. That's Ignis, one of the greatest wizards ever to come out of this slummy excuse for a cesspool. They caught him and they opened a channel to the plane of fire through him, and now he's just a doorway for it, keeping himself alive by force of will alone. If someone could douse him for a few moments, it'd give him his life back again, but they don't make enough water to do that.
Someone should. Wait. Okay. Someone should be able to find something. Well, can you answer some more questions for me?
Aye, traveler, what is it you seek?
Maybe what's your connection to him? We skipped that one. But maybe do 5 again.
Oh, no, sorry.
The other 5.
Yeah, I know. I try to press the buttons instead of using the mouse, so you don't see the mouse moving over the screen the entire time. 5.
5 again.
Yeah. Show me more. What's your connection to him? Her voice practically throbs with deep ache. I was Ignis' lover, and he my beloved. He loved the flame more than me, and now he has become the flame. And because I love him, I love the flame. But that's all done with now. Now I wait for him to douse himself. I sell what little I have, just so I can be near him.
Very well. Answer some other questions.
Aye, traveler, what is it you seek?
Can you tell me about this place?
Here, this is the smoldering corpse. Though the person smoldering ain't dead yet, he's just keeping himself alive till someone comes along to help him out. Sods who like to see people in pain come here. Fiends like it. Folks who don't much care for being bothered come here too. The name alone keeps out most of the Burks.
I understand. Answer some more questions.
Aye.
I'm looking for a journal.
A journal? Oh sure, I've kept an eye out for all your stray journals. Just in case some scarred man walks into my favorite bar and starts asking me about it. Do you ask that of everyone you meet? What a fascinating life.
You have a smart mouth on you, don't you?
Wow, and she just, I mean...
Well, I'm hoping she get in a insulting spray with Morty. See ya, Donkerrups. Sorry.
You have a smart mouth on you, don't you? Yes. Aye, a smart mouth or smart head. I ain't the adult cove you might think, sod. I got a brain on me.
If you're so smart, you should be able to answer my questions.
Aye.
No. Shall we do the Farad again?
Yeah, why not? Farad, she snickers. The Collector King. You can probably find him and his stinking ilk in the treasure warrens on the far side of the hive. Good luck in getting any answers from him. He's a sly devil, he is.
I understand. Farewell.
Can we talk to Ignis? You do it.
This cracking, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been a human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing him to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame.
Flame wreath. Examine the smoldering corpse.
The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first you thought the heat came from the grill, but now you realize it emanates from the creature. As you watch, flecks of ash drift from the writhing corpse and float slowly to the ceiling.
Greetings.
Thing makes no response. It rives slowly within the flames. It lives, but it does not seem aware of anything other than the fire that surrounds it. Its skin is flame, its heart is flame, and you know, within some shadow corner of your memory, that this thing is dangerous.
Leave the thing alone.
Leave him alone.
Leave him alone. Okay, we got some. This metal table is carved with talons, knives, teeth, and the marks of innumerable tavern brawls. Yeah. So there's a lot of fiends in here, which makes sense because they probably like.
There's well, do you want a spoiler or not?
There's a bunch of named characters. I would go and talk to them. So tell me. I don't know if I want spoilers, Jasper. It depends on what kind of spoilers they are.
Well, there's someone in this tavern who I like really much.
Who you like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's just start talking.
Yes.
There are a lot of people here.
There's a lot of people. We've got Epcricknes, we've got Allay, we got Barkis, we got Ilquix, we've got Dakon.
And we've got O.
We got O, which is an interesting name.
Isn't the one that...
yeah, I thought so. That was the most interesting name. We got Ethel
It isn't the one that...
oh, we got Tigerin. I thought O was the... And we got Mochai. Oh, well, okay.
Oh, okay.
She...
You see someone dressed as a female dustman with a half-empty glass in her right hand, and as you near her, she calls out to you, you over there, here. You notice that there's something wrong about her, and your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. You have a mission for this.
Yes, I know. She's the spy. Approach her.
I spy with my little eye.
Hey, Cutter, buy a lady.
Then I should buy a lady a drink. Oh, get straight to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we... I forgot what the quest says.
You have to expose her.
Okay. Well, we could hear her out first.
That's true.
Who are you?
Me, I'm Michel. I just like to drink here, and she loses her train of thought in momentary. I'm just a person, you know.
I see. Answer something else for me then.
What do you want to know?
What is this place?
Smoldering Corpse Tavern. Can't you read? You are more buff than I am?
Forget it. Tell me something else. Tell me about
what do you want to know?
Tell me about the other patrons here.
Don't know. They're just people. I don't deal much with people unless they're buying me a drink. She looks at you hopefully.
You're not really a dustman, are you?
She looks around nervously and seems to sober up right up. Why why do you say that?
Because you don't act like a Dusty and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money instead of giving it out for the corpse labor they do at the mortuary.
She stifles in a squeak of terror and hastens to explain. No, no, I'm not a dustman. I just found these ropes in the street. I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around, but you could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. So she says there's another thief?
Yeah. I'm not planning on it. You ought to know that you're not pulling it off too well. Now answer some questions. This is not satisfying.
No. 6.
Nothing. Can we still buy her a drink? Maybe answer some more questions? No. I think we missed that opportunity then.
Well, we'll see if we get something, someone in the southwest corner of the hive. Going to talk to the devils? Shouldn't we be saving our game at a certain point? Wow, that was quick.
New save. PP.
PP. Capital letters.
Yeah, I had caps lock on.
Oh, you're doing it differently again.
I don't know, man. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you do the E before the 00.
Oh yes, I. Sorry. The smoldering. No, what was the name?
Smoldering corpse.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay.
We're naming all our save games after the bar we're saving in.
Okay. There's a door we can go through.
Yes. Okay, let's start here.
Andrian and Epicness.
Kendrian. You see a soft-looking man with gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in subtle leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as ropes, spikes, tinderboxes, and empty vials of air. He looks half gone. Literally, there's an insubstantiality to his existence, as if his essence had been partially leached away. He focuses those eyes on you, and suddenly you find them gripping and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker.
Greetings.
He carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I've seen the far reaches of the multiverse and returned to tell the tale. I've walked upon the bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral ahead of 1,000 striking Githyanki nights. I have passed the edges of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What is it I can do for you?
I had some questions for you. Oh, maybe this is a true planewalker. Maybe we can connect it to Ingress.
Perhaps I have answers for you. Speak, and I shall tell you.
I met a woman named sorry.
Yeah.
I met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth. She said she had come through a portal from some world that was opened by a tune near 2 crossed trees. Can you get her home?
He pauses briefly, thinking. I know the portal of which you speak, though I have not traveled in these 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to await my arrival. Then meet me back here, and I will tell you if I was successful or not. Wow.
Hey?
Updated my journal.
Nice guy.
Quest
Who are you?
completed.
Who are you?
I am Kendrian Illborn, traveler, dreamer, tale spinner, and so forth.
You are a traveler. Tell me of the plains.
I am tired, Seeker, so tired. I'm fresh back from negation. I will answer what I can for you, but I cannot promise that you will find satisfaction in the answers I give. What would you know? Would you hear of the outer planes, the prime material, or the inner planes?
Oh man, these are going to be a lot of options. What's the difference?
Wow. The difference is true essence, Seeker. The inner planes are matter, substance, true
by the way,
physicality.
Michel,
Yeah.
when we finish this one, I suggest we quit for the evening.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. I thought about stopping in this as well. So.
And next time we can just go along all the patrons.
Yeah. They are the building blocks of the multiverse. from it is from them that all belief in the elements springs. The inner planes filter through the ethereal plane, the planes of potential some say, which forms the elements into the worlds of mortals. Once past the ethereal plane, one reaches the prime material, where exist all manner of mortals and monsters and myths and machines. It is there that belief is born, and there that the spirits that create the outer planes are born. When mortals die, they pass through the astral plane, a no place that is thought and mental energy itself. It is in all things and in none. It is paradox, amongst other things, and it filters spirits into the great ring. Do you comprehend so far?
Yes, go on.
Now, the outer planes. Where should I start? Do you know the cardinal rules of the planes, on which all others are based? Do you know about the composition of the outer planes? Do you know of the great ring and its divisions in our hearts? Do you know of the individual planes? Each of these leads to the next, and so it is best to start from the beginning.
Tell me of the composition of the planes.
The outer planes are created
This is going to be
of
so
and
much
by
text.
belief. We might not. We can always quit halfway during the conversation. The outer planes are created of and by belief and thought and faith. They take their imagined form from the prime material plane, shaped into forms that stagger the imagination built by the accumulation of belief. Belief creates the planes. Belief is power here. Change belief, and you can change the nature of reality. The creatures that are born here, the plane born, like the fiends and the celestials, are truly born of the thoughts and concepts of mortals. They each express some sort of ideal, and the more powerful the ideal, the more powerful the being. Thus, the being that symbolizes love is one of the strongest of all.
Go on.
That's why the powers, gods, some call them, live out here. This is where all faith in them comes. This is where they are at their most pure and most strong. Their realms are extensions of their very beings, manifestations of their godly essence, all of it informed by belief.
The composition of the planes is belief. Tell me of the great ring now.
Among the loose unity of plane walkers, we conceive of the infinite outer planes as a ring surrounding the plane of ultimate neutrality, the outlands. The spire atop which Sigil sits is in the center of the outlands. The further one travels away from the spire, the less neutral the plane grows, until it spills into the neighboring planes. Each of these planes impinges on the outlands, spinning themselves into law and chaos, good and evil. The Great Road marks the demarcation between the outlands and the gate towns that spring up around the gates of these planes. Beyond the gate towns lie the hinterlands, uncharted territory that is lost to history, that loses thought. Danger lies in the hinterlands. You know what image I see in my when I read this story, Jasper, because we have talked about this. I see the image of the original cover of the Planescape campaign book for some reason. Him talking about the road. You know, the great
art on.
Yeah, the great road in the outlands.
The thing is, I don't think the Great Road is a real manifestation.
No, yeah, but it could be that somebody described it to the artist, and then he just drew a physical road instead of a more metaphysical.
Yeah, but I think it might be a depiction of one of the gates to one that leads through one of the towns.
Yeah,
the gate towns.
Could be. I have no idea. I know nothing of Planescape, other than what you told me and what I've seen in this game. The outer planes differ by morality, not substance. For you, we'll divide the planes into 3 sets: the upper planes of good, the lower planes of evil, and the boundary planes of neutrality. These are then further divided by law and chaos, with the outlands in the middle. Which of these interest you?
The upper planes.
Of the upper planes, there are the neutral planes, the lawful planes, and the chaotic planes. What would you know?
Neutral planes.
The neutral upper planes contain the Beastlands, a place of neutrality and goodness, with a slight tinge of chaos, where the animals rule in the eternal noon and night. They hold Bytopia, twin paradise of industry and labor, where all work toward the good of all, and Elysium, the sweetest plane of goodness and calm I have ever come across. Alas, right now I'm not well enough to enjoy any of their restorative effects. What would you hear of me now? What would
Tell
you
me
hear
of the rest of the upper planes.
Of the upper planes, there are the neutral planes, the lawful planes, and the Celtic planes. What would you know?
The lawful planes.
Candrian gives a small shudder. I'm not the best person to speak of the planes of law, he says, for the innate structure and ultimate patterns they impose frighten me. I stay clear of them, because I value my individuality more than I value the knowledge they'll bring me. They include regimented Arcadia, nearest of the good planes to the unbending order of Mechanus and Mount Celestia, home of the Archons, an island in the Silver Sea.
Tell me of the rest of the upper planes. Chaotic planes.
These are where I feel at home, though I stay clear of Isengard for most part. The endless battles and tests of metal among the floating earthbergs of the plain don't do much for my disposition. Arborea, though, he sighs. The mountains are taller, the air clearer, the rivers purer, and the game larger than anywhere else. It is true paradise, a place where passions run high and the wine never ceases to flow. When I have recovered enough of my wits and myself, when we have done with the outer planes, you should ask me of the inner, and I will describe my journey to you. I will return to Arborea's bowers and glades and lose myself for a time. We had all the upper planes now, right?
Yeah, tell me more about the plans of the Great Ring.
Which set of planes do you want to hear of? The lower
The
planes.
lower planes.
Like the upper planes, the lower planes
The
are
neutral planes.
How define?
Sorry.
What a horse! The neutral planes, eh? They're vile and barely understandable, and they're more insidious on their own than you would ever imagine. Take Gehenna, for example. 4 volcanoes and stages of dormancy floating in an infinite void, each of them somehow alive, and each of them wanting your soul by whatever means they can get it. Populated with Yogg-Loths, the worst of the fiends in my opinion, and you've got the place. The plane of ultimate evil, at least. That's what they call it. It's the grey waste. A no place that drains color from your body and spirit, stealing away even your apathy. And it's the site of the worst battlegrounds in the war down there. Don't get me started. Then you've got Carceri on the chaotic side.
Tell me about the war.
Aye, the blood war. At the name, your blood feels as if it freezes in your veins. Ilborn doesn't seem to notice, wrapped up as he is in his memories. 2 armies of fiends smashing together pointlessly across the lower plains, slaughtering mindlessly in the name of law and chaos. They'll aggrandize it, of course, but in the end, it's about hate and stupid endeavor that aids none and harms far too many. So,
About Carcery.
I recently read about the Blood Wars in the 5th edition book of Avernus.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have that one?
Yeah, I have to... Wait 1 second.
As I said, the 2nd edition book is what I... box set of the Blood War is what I want to...
Oops. I'm back. Because I just wanted to take the opportunity to Show off a book myself. I got this one recently.
Cool. Yeah.
I had this thing where I only wanted the regular 5th edition books, but then some of the because of most of the books I didn't like the alternate art, and then they announced the Icewind Dale book, and I really liked that alternate art, and then I thought if my streak of regular books is broken anyway, then just start buying alternate art. I really like this one as well, by the way.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. So Avernus, I think it's really interesting that they made a book about Avernus, because it's the first layer of the 9 hells, or Bator, as they say in 2nd edition. And I know that a lot of recent adventuring and streams are centered on Avernus.
Yeah, that's because
that's
they're
because
playing
of
the
that.
book. Yeah, they're playing.
Yeah.
It's a story book.
I think they even started before it came out. But
So
it
some of
it
this.
has always held a great interest to many D&D players, because it might sound silly, but it's pretty accessible at lower levels. Because even though devils are very strong, they tend to bargain for
Yeah,
your
so
soul instead of killing you.
if you just follow the
Even
law, man, and then
yeah,
you're fine.
this one, which I showed before, of course, the first adventure brings you to Avernus as well, as your stepping stone into the planes.
Cool.
Immediately lets you barter with devils, which get you in trouble immediately as well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting book, and
Yeah.
we'll see if I ever get to play it.
I would really like to read that at one time.
Let's get back into the game. There's plenty of to read here. So.
Tell me about Carcery. Tell me about Carcery.
Carcery, and its poisonous jungles, acid swamps, destructive waters, strung like a string of rotten pearls nestled within one another. He pauses and looks at you carefully, again fixing you in place with his eyes. Remember this, seeker. Carcery is a prison, home to the Geralefs? Geralefs? One of the most dangerous types of fiends there is. The strength of the prison is the strength of the captor. As strong as the prisoner lets it be. Destroy the prison keeper and her body can escape the red prison. There's almost no other way out. Not when the gates close themselves against you and watch you spin off into the vast space surrounding the orbs. Be wary of Carcery, traveler, for its bonds can be greater than flesh.
So Carcery is an interesting plane. It's indeed, when you are stronger than something that you meet, you can basically say, I imprison you now, and they are imprisoned.
Tell me about the war.
We did that one.
Oh.
Tell me about the rest of the lower
Updated
planes.
my journal.
So the local planes then. Then we get to Bator.
Yeah. As much as I detest the order of the lawful upper planes, at least they present a modicum of goodness. Their lower planar counterparts, though, Acheron's a place of ricocheting cubes that never see an end to battle, swarming with the souls of dead humanoids. Bator. He shivers involuntarily. Bator is a place best avoided. Those Batezu, the fiends in the corner there, are but the merest expression of the deviant corruption embodied in the soulless machine of order. If you want more, talk to them, but remember, all that is bad about bureaucracy and order originates from Bator, and it spreads like a stain across the hearts of mortals. Though there is some knowledge to be found there, it is rarely worth the spiritual rape the plane inflicts.
Tell me of the rest of the lower planes.
We already.
Chaotic planes.
Oh, I thought we already. Yeah, no. The Abyss isn't someplace you should consider going. Where battles are all orderly, the Abyss is full of chaos and change, and none of it is pleasant. When it becomes something that approximates normality, that's when you should be most wary of it. It's home to the Tenari, what most primes call demons, and they've got that name for a reason. They are unpredictable and murderous, and the few you can trust are few and far between. The few I have met who I trust, I still don't trust entirely. They are creatures of chaos and evil incarnate, and if they are putting on a friendly face, who's to say it's not a part of a larger agenda?
Tell me the Great Ring again.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The boundary planes.
There are two boundary planes to my mind, and they are diametrically opposed. One of them, Mechanus, is the very essence of law, a place where beliefs fit together, interlocking, turning in a massive machine that is the entire plane. Some folks that have it that the gears of Mechanus are the engine that drives the planes. The other plane is limbo, a swirling morass of chaos that follows no rules, none. And just when a body thinks he's classified its behavior, it goes and changes on him. Or it doesn't. You just can't tell. I was in limbo not too long ago. Tell me of your journey.
I really want to quit.
Okay, we'll just do this one then, and then he closed his eyes, remembering. I had a Githzerai guide with me, an anarch who could shape the illogical matter of the plane into forms of his desire. We had fought off the harrying of the Sladi, the chaos creatures who call the planes home. The plane home. It seemed there were more than usual, but then one can never tell what's usual in limbo. But I digress. In the middle of all this chaos, we came across a series of huge metal interlocking cubes, like some sort of puzzle box. It wasn't something we had shaped, consciously or not, and we couldn't find a way inside. It was like a bastion of order within the confines of disorder, a seed of law. That's the best I can explain it. Okay. That's all I wanted to know, man.
Yeah. I think this is a good spot. We'll continue with him.
Yeah. Man, what a first guy to pick. He's like, whew. Let me just dump all the lore of this campaign setting on you.
Yeah, it's amazing how they do it, though.
Yeah.
They just do it. They don't give a frack.
Quit game. Okay, let's transition. Wow. So it's 11:15.
Yeah.
What a information
what
an information dump at the end there. But
and we haven't had the astral planes, the connection planes, the prime material, the outruns, and maybe we can do all the gate towns. I don't know.
I don't know either.
The planes.
But
there are 16 outer planes, or 17, and there are 6. Oh man. 18 inner planes. So.
Well, I thought it was a good session, Jasper. We went from the first. So we were stuck for 2 episodes or 1.5 episodes inside the mortuary. Then we were stuck for 1.5 episodes in the first part of Sigil, and now we moved on to the second part of Sigil, walked into the second bar and started conversing with the patrons there. But we actually solved a couple of quests, or completed a couple of quests.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. So yeah, we made some awesome progress.
So I'm wondering if we should go to Red Picker Square in between, or do this all before we do that. I have no idea what I feel inclined to do. Just don't know.
I feel like walking like I don't I feel like we are just like walking around and we just talk to anyone in between this and Ragpacker Square.
Yeah.
Anyway, for all of you watching, sorry, not for anyone, for all of you watching, thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's episode of Parallel Projections, for tuning into Voidcast live. We'll be back tomorrow, or at least Jasper will be back. There is Jasper. Jasper will be back with another episode of Talking Void. If you could say something about that.
Well, Talking Voids, we'll be discussing how do you spend your gold. The question is still open. I've had some other questions answered or asked right now, but that will be the main topic of the evening. My guest will be Jin, and we'll be having a lot of fun talking about the Precipice of Dreams and the main question and all kinds of other stuff related to role-playing. Not specifically Dungeons and Dragons, although that game will pop up most of the time. Yeah.
So Jasper, I had a suggestion for Talking Void that I would like you to consider, and I'm going to talk about this live on stream, just to put some pressure on it. But I actually named. So I was thinking about we need a name for this theme of the week or of the episode or the question of the episode or whatever, right? So I called it yesterday in the Instagram post. I called it the theme of the fortnight, because it's not it's not the theme of the week, because Talking Void is not a weekly episode. It's a bi-weekly thing, so a fortnight. And when I was first making schedules for Voidcast, I wanted to use the word fortnight because all our shows are bi-weekly or every fortnight.
True. Yeah.
But then there's a lot of people that probably don't know what a fortnight is. So, but then I thought maybe we can use it for theme of the fortnight. Think about it. Okay.
I'll think about it.
With that said, everyone, so thank you so much for tuning in. Please tune in tomorrow for Talking Void with Jasper and Jin, talking about how to spend your in-game gold. Also, follow us on Twitch, follow us on YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell icon. It helps us immensely so that people can find us more easily, and we are very grateful for everyone who's already following and liking all our content. Also go to our Instagram and Facebook where we drop all pictures and all our artwork and pictures from our sort of behind the screens moments. And lastly, we have a Discord server where you can come and chat with us and also see the artwork and discuss the artwork and the latest episodes. So please join us there as well. And with that, Jasper.
And soonish you will be able to subscribe to our Twitch. We are nearing that point. I just wanted to say because I've had some requests, which is amazing, and soonish it will be possible. So yeah.
Yes.
And put your Twitch Prime account to.
But we'll tell you all about that when the time is there.
I'm proud.
Yes. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a great evening and see you soon.
See you soon. Goodbye.
Sorry.
Are we still here?
Yeah, we're still here. I'm sorry. I'm just going to let this go for a moment because it's really embarrassing. Because I was putting on the end credits to the show, but I am in studio mode. So when I press end credits, nothing happens. Only when I press transition, something happens. So we were
Yeah.
just both blankly staring at the camera without anything actually happening.
So now, is it going? Is
Fun
it
times,
going?
fun times. Here we go. See you. Have a great evening.